What's going on, Sumolings? Welcome to another product walkthrough webinar. I am Lindsay, and I am joined by the team over at Beacon. Beacon is an all-in-one solution that lets you easily create and publish lead magnets in minutes, regardless of your design skill level. It is available right now, starting at just $69 on AppSumo. But before we dive into the product, I want to go over just a few quick things. The first is we would love to hear about your business and your use case over in the chat room. And if you have any questions about the tool, go ahead and leave those questions in the Q&A box down below the video. We will circle back to them after the walkthrough. And then the third thing is that there will be a replay of this available, so if you need to step out early, you can. All right, so hi, Kevin, how are you doing today?
Not too bad, Lindsay. How's it going?
Good, good. I am excited for you to dive into this.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we've had so much love from the Sumo links so far. So yeah, it's great that we can actually broadcast their faces here, and you can put a face to the names behind the messages on the deal page. So yeah, we're excited for this one.
Definitely, definitely. All right, I'm gonna let you take it away. I'm gonna go ahead and video, and then I will check in with you for the Q&A. Sumo links.
Right.
If you have any questions, go ahead and leave those in the Q&A box down below the video.
All right, happy days. Well, yeah, as I said, Lindsay, thank you so much, and we're delighted to be here. So I'm going to start just by giving a little bit of a background about like what Beacon is, why we think it's important, and why we think you guys will get a lot from it. So as I said, my brother, my co-founder, my partner in crime, Owen, is here. He's going to be available to answer all sort of questions in the chat. So definitely go ahead and start chatting, start asking questions. We're excited to hear what you've got for us. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So before we get into the demo, I want to tell you like what is Beacon. Essentially, Beacon is a tool for creating lead magnets. So things like eBooks and checklists, resource guides, that's a lead magnet. But we also help you to create the opt-in forms that go with the lead magnet as well. So there's a lot of tools out there to help you create opt-in forms. There's only a couple of tools out there to help you create ebooks and lead magnets. We're the only team that helps you to do both. So if you need lead magnets, you need an opt-in form, and we can help you get both of them set up really quickly. So if you're not familiar with what a lead magnet is, don't worry, like it's not like everyone in the world knows this apart from you, but a lead magnet is basically just a reward that you offer someone in exchange for their email address. So things like, ebooks, checklists, resource guides, workbooks, lookbooks, templates, like these could all be considered lead magnets. Now your lead magnet should contain valuable information so that people are compelled to share their email address to get it. So this is the incentive. And without this incentive, most people are just going to ignore your opt-in forms. So like there's some people have reported that they can increase their conversion rates by as much as 785% by using lead magnets. So like you probably already know about conversion rates, but basically a conversion rate measures the quantity of email addresses you collect on a web page compared to the amount of traffic that it receives. So basically all that means is that if your website has a high conversion rate, then it's making efficient use of the traffic being sent to it. So a low conversion rate probably means that your website is wasting lots of valuable traffic. So it's a good idea to increase the conversion rate of your website before driving traffic to it. So like driving traffic to a website with a low conversion rate is just like pouring water into a leaky bucket. You'll probably get some results, but life would be a lot easier if you just plug those holes before filling it with water. So if you haven't used a lead magnet before, like you've almost certainly encountered one, like all the big companies use them. So this is a screenshot from HubSpot using a lead magnet, Adobe using a lead magnet, Intercom using a lead magnet, Sumo, everyone is using lead magnets. But these are mostly like big companies. And And like they all have, you know, a dedicated team of designers. Like, of course, they can afford to like throw out like ebooks and get them designed and looking professional. But us smaller businesses, like we can get the same results, but we have to be a bit smarter. And that's why Beacon is such a big help. So I'm going to jump into just a demo of Beacon now, just so you can see exactly how beneficial Beacon can be. So this is my screen that we're sharing now. On the left-hand side, can you just confirm that you can see my Beacon dashboard there, just so I'm not, I don't start without getting that all clear. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, happy days. So this is the Beacon dashboard. I've just set this up, just completely blank account. So it'll be the same as what you guys start with. I'm going to click the Create New button to create a new lead magnet. There's 6 different formats of lead magnet that you can create. So you can make an ebook, a checklist, a resource guide, a workbook, email templates, or a video lookbook. Now, because the most common lead magnet that's out there is an ebook, let's make one of them for our example. So one of Beacon's best and biggest features is the ability to convert your blog posts into your lead magnet. So you can take a post that you've already written and just throw it into Beacon, and we'll put it into the lead magnet format of your choice. So let's do that. We're going to import some blog content and have it added directly to our ebook template. So I'm going to click yes. Now we have an integration with HubSpot, but if you're not a HubSpot customer, don't worry, just click the other tab and you'll get this opportunity to paste in the web address of a blog post. Now, if you look up in these top tabs, I have just a couple of blog posts from AppSumo. So I'm going to copy the URL, jump back into Beacon, paste the URL and click import. And Beacon goes and fetches all that content. So I'll show you that again now with a second blog post. We're going to go into AppSumo, grab the blog post, back into Beacon, paste in the URL, click import. You can see that we've already imported these 2 posts. So now we're just going to click create publication. Now there are a range of different templates for your ebook or whatever lead magnet format you choose. There's dozens of them in here. So to make it a bit easier for yourself, I would recommend refining by your business type at the top. So you can look for like retail and e-commerce ones, or just generic business ones. So let's try and find something that sort of suits the AppSumo brand. Now you're probably going to find that there isn't something here that's exactly going to suit your business, but find something that's kind of close, and then you can customize all these templates. So I know that AppSumo uses a lot of yellow in their branding. It's not quite this shade of yellow, but let's choose this ebook template and we'll just change those colors in a minute. We'll give the lead magnet a name. So those blog posts I imported were all about working from home. So we'll call this something like the Working from Home Survival Guide. And then just click Create Lead Magnet. Now, Beacon is busy in the background making your lead magnet, pulling in the content. And this is the main Beacon interface. So on the right-hand side, you can see that we've got a preview of what the ebook looks like. And on the left-hand side, we've got a list of all the pages that are included in the ebook. So you can see that Beacon has automatically added a cover page. It's got a table of contents, which is automatically generated based on the pages that are in your ebook. And we've also given you like a sample introduction with a little bit of dummy text, because I don't know about you, but whenever I sit down to write anything, my mind goes blank. So this is some helper text really, just to get you going, to get you started. You can customize all this text. Likewise, we have a little about the author page. So it's a good idea when you're making an ebook to tell the reader a little bit about yourself to help establish credibility. We also have these cool pages, like you can put in like a quote from your ebook on these, lovely design pages to help them really stand out. And when people are browsing your ebook, it really makes something just jump out of the page and sort of breaks up if there's lots and lots of text pages in your ebook. Like pages like this really make a reader stop and grabs their attention. We also include call to action pages. So these are really important for helping to turn your casual readers into paying customers. So you could include a call to action to like book a consultation or to buy a product, and this helps you to do that. But finally, down at the end, you can see that this is the content that's been imported from our blog post. So you can see that all images have been retained, all text formatting like lists and headings have all been retained. But the big difference is we've applied the colors and the fonts from this ebook template to the imported content. So this is really important, and it really helps with the consistent visual feel of the ebook. So when you use this technique to create an ebook, it means that it doesn't look like the blog post has just been stuck on at the end, but it looks like, you know, part of the ebook. It looks like it's been designed with the rest of the pages in mind. So let's go through and I'll show you just how you can edit some of these pages. So let's go up to the cover page, and just if we want to change this headline, we'll just type in the box, highlight the text, and try and spell properly. Working from Home Survival Guide. So that's how you change the text of our templates, but you can also use our drag and drop system to pull up things like if you want to add an image, say of your logo, you just drag that onto the page, then you click the image placeholder, and you can upload your own logo. And I think I have one saved here from an earlier. Yeah, so I have an AppSumo logo saved here. So that looks pretty big to me. So we want to reduce that in size. So I'm just going to use this slider on the left-hand side just to bring the size down. And I also want to centrally align it. We'd like this logo to be at the top of the page. So let's just reorder this image to be at the top. So you'll notice already that Beacon is very different to your traditional design programs. So if you've used anything like Photoshop or InDesign, you'll notice that we try to make this as user-friendly as possible. It's really stripped back to contain only the features that you need to really get the job done. So like things like moving the slider across, like it's a really easy way of resizing an image. Or instead of like really fine tuning and moving, do I want this on the left or the right or the center? You just pick from a drop-down menu and it realigns it. So let's go ahead and change the background color of this page. So you can see it's this bright yellow, but if I just click in here, I can change this color. And I know that the AppSumo brand uses something like this yellow. So it's a little bit darker. That looks great. But now you'll notice that this sort of gray text doesn't really match with the AppSumo logo color. So let's just change the text color. We'll click on it. We'll use the left-hand menu and we can just type in the color. And already that's taken us, what, 30 seconds. We've customized this homepage. We've changed the colors to suit our brand. We've added our logo. We've changed the title. We can change this text here. All of a sudden, like, that's your ebook cover design. Like, it's got this professional graphics. The typography looks great. That's done. Like, we can move on. So let me show you a few of the other pages. The About the Author page, like this one, I think is a good trick. So obviously this is just a stock photo. This girl doesn't work for AppSumo. So let's swap this out to be an image of someone from AppSumo. So we're going to click the image. We're going to select image on the left-hand side. We can upload an image from our computer. I have one here already. And all of a sudden we've got Noah at the top. So this page is already, again, starting to look like an AppSumo publication. Instead of About the Author, we'll just say, you know, About Noah. And then obviously you can change all this text to be whatever you want. And now, let's say that AppSumo are making 10, 20, 30 ebooks a year, and they want this About Noah page to be included in every single ebook. Now, instead of having to customize and write this page every time you make a new ebook, let's just convert this page into a template so we can use it in future publications. So I'm going to go to the page settings. I'm going to click this yellow button that says Convert to Template. We're going to give it a template name. Let's call it Noah. Click Save. We're going to close this dialog, save up here. And then now whenever you create a new ebook, you can just go to the Add New Page menu, scroll down to the bottom. These are all page templates that you can use, but right at the bottom, you're going to have one that we've just created already. So there you go. As you can see, like, we created a template, We added it to this document. Obviously, we don't need this second version of it, but that means that we can add it to any future documents as well. So this is the power of Beacon. It's what normally takes you or a designer like hours and hours and hours. You can set up a workflow so you can do it in minutes. So that means that you can create more lead magnets, you can get them on your website, and you can start generating more leads. So that's where the power of Beacon really comes in. So that's a bit of a whistle-stop tour of the lead magnet feature. So all this is customizable. You can create your templates and you can edit them. But once you've finished making your ebook, you're going to want to put it on your website so you can start generating leads. So all you'll need to do in that case is click the publish button at the top. And we have all these different publish settings. So like you can grab the downloadable PDF file, you can save that file on your computer and do whatever you want with it. And we also have a smart PDF option, which means that you can publish your document and you'll get this link instead. So you can use that link in emails or social media. And there's a few advantages to the smart PDF. Mostly with the smart PDF is mobile optimized, so it's completely responsive. So if people open up that link on their smartphone, they're getting lovely optimized content for their device. They're not having to pinch and zoom, but it looks great from the off. But let's just say that you wanted to use your lead magnet to start generating some leads. Well, in that case, these 5 options are the ones you're going to look at. So you can set up like a horizontal bar at the top of your website, an inline form, content upgrade, pop-up with delay, or our link lock feature. So let me just show you an inline form is pretty standard. So we're just going to click to use the inline form. And this brings you across to the lead capture editor. So let's give this a quick name. Working from home, inline form, click next. And then you've all different templates for how the form should look. I think this one looks pretty good, so let's just go with that. And this is a preview of what the form will look like on your website. So again, all of this is customizable. So like you can change the color of this headline text. You can change the color of this button just by clicking on it and sort of changing this, and then maybe change the text color. It's fairly straightforward. You can customize all this. One of the cooler things actually is this, this thumbnail of the ebook is automatically generated by Beacon, but you can also change the way that looks. So you've got this standard image, but you've also got this cool 3D book cover effect. You've got this sort of sheets option with the wee pages below, and you've got a hardcover option too. Notice that this hasn't updated just yet. It sometimes takes a few minutes. But let's just go with the 3D book cover image. So that's the trigger that people will see on your website. When they enter their information into this form, they'll then be shown this thank you page. So this is just, a thanks for opting in. You can also enable social share on this page. So after someone opts in, you can invite them to share the lead magnet with their audience. So again, just to help you reach the spread your lead magnet around really, so you can reach a bigger audience, so you can generate more leads. And of course, if you don't want to use this thank you page, that's fine. Like just redirect to one on your own website, totally fine. Once people opt in, we will automatically send them an email with a link to the lead magnet. So that's a really important point, that to stop people from just putting fake email addresses into your opt-in form, we decided that they should, we will only deliver the lead magnet via email. So this ensures that you get like high quality email addresses and not just spam. We also have things like double opt-in or single opt-in, the choice is yours. We do, of course, integrate with a whole host of email providers. You can see I've already got my Zenfox account set up here, but you can add, MailChimp, Drip, ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign, HubSpot, Moose, and we've got them a big selection in there. So let's just say that I want to send the leads from this form straight into my Zenfox account. So we just connect, we choose which list we want the leads to go into. And that's pretty much it. We're just going to go to hit the publish button. And all we have to do is copy and paste this code into our website. So let's do that. I have our blog open here, and I have just a fake blog post here about working from home. So all you have to do is switch into the code view of your editor. This is in WordPress now, so it might be different if you're using something else. Then just paste in that code from Beacon. And if I preview this, you'll see that the blog post is live, but also we have this lovely, beautifully designed opt-in form. It has a thumbnail image of our ebook. People can enter their details to get this ebook. So let me see, what time is it now? It's 8:20. So what, in 15 minutes, I've been able to create an ebook. We used recycled content to make that extra quick. We customized the design so it looked like it was our brand, not just some generic template. We created an opt-in form, we connected it to Zenfox, and we embedded the form in our website. Like, the power of this is crazy. Like, usually that would have taken maybe 3 or 4 different tools and maybe hiring a professional designer to create the lead magnet. So Beacon aims to solve a few different problems for you. So it's going to save you money because you're not hiring a designer. It's going to save your time because you're not wrestling with Photoshop or InDesign. It's going to save you more money because you're using one software service instead of 3 different ones to, make the ebook, make the opt-in form, and then deliver the opt-in form. So it's all in one. And that is a whistle-stop tour of what Beacon can do for your business. So I think we definitely have time for questions. So yeah, send them our way. I know there's probably some in the Q&A box already, but I'm excited for you to.
There are indeed.
Yeah, I thought there would be.
All right. So the first question that came in was, I don't create blogs yet. Can I just import a Word doc to create an ebook? Is there another way without a URL?
Yeah, absolutely. So the best way, if your content is already in Microsoft Word or something, then you can just copy and paste it directly into Beacon. Like, you don't have to start with a blog post. And even if you've no content at all, you can just type directly into Beacon. You don't have to use an external source for your content. Just, whatever you need, just copy and paste or type directly. The URL blog import is just it's just one feature, but it's not, you don't have to use it to get the most out of Beacon.
Awesome, thank you. All right, do you have the ability to add a color palette, pre-selected colors? It's more work to enter RGB code all the time. Do you have a color dropper to catch the color?
Yes, absolutely. Let me show you how that works. So if I go back in to edit this lead magnet, so if you go into the document settings, which is down in the left-hand side, you can set up your own template colors. So you can see there's 4 options here. So you can use, the color picker, like if you don't know the code off by heart. So let me just put in a few random codes here. Let's do this one. And then if I open this up now and I go to change the color, you'll see that my predefined colors are at the bottom, so I can just pick them. So, you're not having to go in and manually type in the hex code each time. So yes, I should have said that in the demo, but yes, absolutely. Use the document settings to set up your template colors.
Awesome, thank you. The next question, yes, there will be a recording of this. There will be a replay. It'll be sent out to all of you. Does the email list include Action Network? If not, can I download a CSV file of the collected email addresses?
Yes, good question. We don't have an integration with Action Network yet, but you can request that. We're adding new integrations all the time. But in the meantime, yes, you can download your leads as a CSV file, or you can use our Zapier integration. But yeah.
Awesome. All right. And thank you, Sumo Wings, everybody that is leaving questions in the Q&A box. All right, next is, does Beacon support Google Fonts?
Yes, so we have, there's hundreds of fonts in here already. And then lots of these are from Google Fonts. We also have partnerships with other type foundries, type libraries like fonts.com, Adobe Typekit. So if you need a font that isn't here, just shoot us a message in support and we'll add it to the system. It's really easy for us to do. So yeah, feel free to request any fonts you need.
Can a visitor download a lead magnet automatically after entering an email, or is it only sent through the email?
So you can, if you use our link lock option, you can give people access to the lead magnet immediately after they enter their email address. Yeah, so that's with the link lock option, but with all the other options, it has to be via email.
Cool. Does the recipient get a file that is locked or prevented from being edited?
Yeah, well, so they get like just the standard PDF file, like the traditional PDF. I don't know. I don't think that can be like. I don't think that can be edited. That's maybe a question for Adobe. I don't really know. But no, I think it's pretty much sort of locked down like any standard PDF. And of course, if people access the smart PDF online, they definitely can't edit that.
Cool. Cool. Cool, cool. All right. Do you have a plan for integrations with Maltix, Sendy? How do we vote for these platforms? You mentioned.
Yes. So we don't have integrations with them at the minute, but yeah, we're definitely looking to add as many as we can. So the best way to vote for these is to log into your Beacon account. And if you go to beacon.by/dashboard/feature-request, you can put in request a feature there. So if you want to request an integration, that's the best place to do it.
Love it, love it. All right. Is there a limit to how many opt-ins you can create and set up opt-in forms for? And does each different form you create deliver the different opt-ins?
Yeah, so there's no limit on the amount of opt-in forms that you can create. There's no limit on the number of leads that you can generate. And what was the last part of the question?
Does each different form you create deliver the different opt-ins?
Yeah, so whenever you create a new form, that'll deliver whatever lead magnet you have specified with that form. So yeah, you can do that with multiple lead magnets, multiple forms. Yeah, that's no problem.
Awesome. Do you have best practice training info on your website related to what makes a good ebook lead magnet?
Yes, I was hoping somebody would ask this question. I spent weeks, days, months making this resource, the Lead Magnet Academy. We've got like dozens of lessons in here. Look at all these videos. There's like I did a quick walkthrough in like 20 minutes there. Like these are detailed walkthroughs for every format. If you want to make a resource guide, there's a video for it. Want to make a checklist? Video for it. Workbook? Video for it. So yeah, just click this pink guy at the top.
I love it. Thank you for that. Can a form send leads to Kartra CRM?
Not at the minute, but same thing. If you go to /dashboard/feature-request, you can ask for an integration with that, and we'll do our best to accommodate it.
Cool, cool. I'm gonna stop asking I'm gonna try to stop asking about specific integrations and such. Hopefully y'all have gotten your answers in regards to that. Besides promoting an ebook, what are some other uses for this program?
So one of my favorite ones is like to create, well, I've got a couple of favorite ones, like to create a workbook. I think workbooks are seriously underrated as lead magnets. Let me just show you a quick workbook. So a workbook is really like where you're giving your reader or your audience like some written exercises to do. So it gives like some really nice like designs where people can like download your workbook and write in their content. So it's a great way if you're doing any type of like e-learning or any sort of like educational resource, like get on the workbooks. Like people love them because they're so valuable. They feel like they're taking action because they're doing a bit of work with it. So workbooks is a big, is a favorite use case of mine. And also another really cool one, let me show you, is the video lookbooks. These are awesome and like I think more or less exclusive to Beacon. So if you go on to our dashboard and click, just see this blue guy in the middle. Oh, this is our homepage, sorry, not our dashboard. So this is an example of a video lookbook. So it looks just like a standard PDF, but if you scroll down, it's got these cool wee graphics and all, but it's also got these videos that just like play inside the smart PDF. So like a video lookbook is a great way of creating a lead magnet quickly, because you're just curating someone else's content. Like I found these really awesome videos on YouTube. Then I just wrote like a little paragraph about like describing the video. But it's the fact that I found all these great videos and packaged them together. That's where the value is. Plus I've given a little bit of my commentary on it as well. So yeah, video lookbooks, an awesome underrated format and so easy to make. So yeah, I would recommend people give that a try.
Awesome. How often are new template designs added?
Yes, we add them quite frequently. Our most recent ones, I think, were the start of April there, maybe. So yeah, I'm a designer, so like I love making the templates. So I try to make new templates as often as I can. So yeah, you can also make your own.
And this also with templates, can we upload our own style templates?
Yes, you can't upload templates to Beacon, but you can create your own in Beacon, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Other than a website and blog, where can we place the opt-in forms like Facebook, etc.?
Yes, you couldn't place an opt-in form on Facebook. Like Facebook's whole thing is very locked down. Like they don't want people like embedding their own opt-in forms or anything like that. They want you to use their Facebook lead ads for stuff like that. So I don't know where else you'd need to really add an opt-in form. So same with Twitter, like you can't embed like an opt-in form in Twitter or anywhere like that. But one thing that I would recommend doing is using if you want to share content on social media and start generating leads, I would recommend using our link lock format. So just trying to get a wee example of that to show you. Let me see. Actually, hold on, it might be in the Academy. Yeah, so this is like a video demo of link lock in action. So basically somebody loads your smart PDF by, they just click on a link and then they'll get an opt-in form that appears over the top of the content. And so this video is taking forever to load. Hold on, I'll see if I can just make one for you. Super quick here, please bear with me.
Okay.
I'm going through all this bit because you've sort of seen it before. I just want to show you the end result. All right, so this is a link lock. So somebody goes to this link, this URL, they click it, say, in Twitter or Facebook, and they'll come to this page. So look, they can see the lead magnet behind this form, but they can't access it. They can't close this pop-up. They can't disable it by disabling JavaScript. We've got that all locked down. So once they enter their information, that's the only way that they'll get access to the lead magnet, and they'll get instant access. So if you're looking to generate leads from Facebook or Twitter or any social media platform, I would say use the link lock feature, which is again exclusive to Beacon. Haven't seen that anywhere else.
Awesome. All right. Is there a download option for smart PDFs?
Yes, so I think I have an example of that in so this is a smart PDF that's open now. This is the video lookbook. And then you see up in the top right hand corner, this little download icon. That lets people download the traditional PDF. So the smart PDF has to live online, but say if like your reader comes to the smart PDF, they want to save the content for later, this gives them an option to save the traditional PDF locally.
All right. Any plans to offer any other types of lead magnets? I would like to see an option for AMP stories.
Yeah, we're always open to adding different lead magnet formats. We'll say it has to be a good format. It has to be something that will have like broad appeal. We've got a few we've been thinking of, but aren't completely convinced about. So yeah, like we're open to add new lead magnet formats, but for now it's those 6. Like so, we've no immediate plans to add a new format. Put it that way.
Awesome. We use Beacon for online course handouts. Fun. Do you have plans on adding the ability to import a pre-designed PDF?
We don't, partly because like the big features of Beacon, like one of them is the smart PDF. So in order for that smart PDF to be mobile optimized, and I'll just show you how that works now. It has to be created in Beacon. That's how we can offer that that functionality. Like, look at this awesome mobile optimized PDF. You don't see that anywhere else. So yeah, like in order to get that great feature, the document has to be created in Beacon. So we don't have any plans to sort of let people upload their own templates or anything at the moment.
Awesome. Is there a limit to the number of pages we can make with Beacon?
There's no limit. I would say that like Beacon it's made for marketing lead magnets, for marketing ebooks, for lead generation. So like if you have plans of writing like your, the next New York Times bestseller and doing that in Beacon, like I would say Beacon's probably not the right platform for you. But if you want to create, like a PDF that's sort of visually impactful, then Beacon is definitely your tool. And there's plenty of room to add. You can add as many pages as you want. But if you're going into thousands of pages, then probably Beacon isn't the tool you're looking for.
Cool. A couple questions about link lock. Does link lock work on mobile?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's essentially a web page. So yeah, it's mobile optimized.
All right, and the other one is, does the link lock format verify emails, or is it better to deliver the doc after signing up with their email with double opt-in?
Yeah, so it doesn't verify emails, and it will always give immediate access. So like I understand people could put in a fake email address, and this is the only one of our forms where that's a possibility. But we thought, this feature is unique enough that we're willing to sort of let our users take that risk if they want to. So if you want to try using link lock, there is a slightly higher risk of getting fake submissions, but I think the fact that they can use link lock so freely on social media, I think that's the big benefit here, and I think that outweighs the risk.
Awesome. The next question is, these ones have to do with videos. Can I combine blog post and video in the same lead magnet?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course.
And does video lookbooks, etc., save the video links if someone wants to download?
If someone wants to download, so let me see if I understand. So this is a video lookbook here that we're looking at. So yeah, obviously, so yeah, I think I'm with you. So when people download the traditional PDF version of this, obviously videos can't play in the traditional PDF. So the video will just be replaced with the thumbnail, and the thumbnail will link to the YouTube page. So yeah, absolutely, people will still be able to get to the videos even if they're using the traditional PDF.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Is there a way to A/B test covers?
There's not. There's no way to A/B test covers, no.
There are limits in the number of websites we can use this on.
So there's no limit to the number of, like, you can import content from any website. You can embed your opt-in forms on any website. So no, there's no limit from that point of view, no.
All right. Can you delete ebooks from your site as they become obsolete?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just if you go to the dashboard, you can you can just click delete. So yeah, no problem to do that.
All right, Sumolings, we do have a couple more questions here, but we are going to be wrapping up soon. So go ahead and those in. Can the user actually type into the workbook, or is it something they download and then write in?
Yeah, so the workbooks aren't like fillable PDFs. They're designed to be printed and, you know, physically written on.
Cool. Can you rework a PDF created in Adobe Illustrator?
Like you could upload like your image assets and stuff from Illustrator into Beacon. Absolutely, like just save them as a PNG or whatever and upload them and then recreate the page. Like you could definitely do that. Yeah, probably might be less time consuming for you if you've already got those graphical assets made. So yeah, I don't see why you couldn't do that.
All right. Somebody asked, this is a question for me. Can we have the recording? Yes, these will be sent to you and to everybody who RSVP'd, and it'll also be available on YouTube, honestly, probably within, you know, a couple hours max. Do you have a library of stock images for us to use?
We don't. Most of our users just head on over to Unsplash or Pixabay or any of them and just upload them, download them from Unsplash, upload them to Beacon. What we do have is an image or a user image library. So whenever you upload an image to Beacon, we'll keep it in your own personal library. So I just want to show you an example of that. So if I find an image here, see, it's pulling on. So whenever you go to change an image, you have an option to upload your own image, or you can browse from your previously saved images. So these are all ones that have already been uploaded. So it means that like you're not having to run about like finding your logo for the 300th time whenever you're making that next ebook. Like we'll keep it in your account, and this is all nicely organized and sort of sortable and everything. So hopefully that saves you a bit of time.
Awesome. Does the page number show up?
Yes, the page numbers show up. So what you would do is just, if you're on a page, go into the page settings, go to show the footer, go into your drag and drop, grab the page number, drag it into the footer. And when you're in preview mode, like it'll just say page X, or when you're in editor mode, sorry, it'll just say page X. But if you go into preview, it says page 4, see? So yeah, it'll not show up in the editor, but it shows up when you publish or when you preview.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Does our content become seen by the Google search robot on your site?
Not on our site, but when you publish a smart PDF, you have the option of optimizing it for search engines. So let's see, if you go into the publish settings, into smart PDF, see these search engine settings, you can add like your meta title, your keywords, your description. If you don't want people to be able to find your content via search engines, then just click this to prevent search engines from indexing your publication.
Cool. Cool. This sounds like a similar question we had, but it's a little different. Can the check boxes in a checklist be checked online, or is this also to be printed?
Yeah, again, it's more for printing than actually checking on the PDF. So yeah.
Cool. Cool. Is there a storage space limit for images and lead magnets?
Nope, not at the minute. So yeah, don't make us regret that. That's why we're trying to be as generous as we can.
Yay, I love that. Can you layer assets? So can you set an image transfer fee or layer text boxes on top of images?
Yeah, so what you would do is you'd set like a page background image, and then everything is sort of layered on top of that page background image, but you couldn't do like 12 layers on a page, you know, it's like background image and then everything on top of that.
All right. What is an email template? Is that a lead magnet email course?
Not really. It's more like, say if you're a copywriter and you want to sort of pre-write emails for your clients, then you would use this template to share a pre-written email. So I think I have an example of that. on our homepage, maybe. Yeah, so this is an example for, imagine you're like a copywriter and you specialize in writing copy for e-commerce stores. So you're sharing these 3 email templates to help people prepare for Black Friday. So these are the email templates. So it's essentially content that, you know, your potential audience can copy and paste and use for themselves. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, amazing. I love that. Is it possible to insert within workbooks icons like a speech bubble for people to write, or shapes, etc.? Or do you have this in some of the workbook templates?
We don't really have anything like that in the workbook templates, but like you could upload an image of the speech bubble and just let you know, let people use that. But yeah, it's not a bad idea. Maybe something we'll think about for our future workbook templates.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all of the questions that I have right now. I'm not going to come on just yet because I feel like I say that and there's going to be another question. So I'm going to just talk slowly for a second and see if anything new comes in. Does Beacon connect to Zenfox?
Yeah, of course. How could we do this deal
I know.
without integrating with Zenfox?
It's great. I use Zenfox. Is there instructions on how to connect the two?
It's really straightforward. I don't think we have any instructions, but yeah, if you need a hand, like definitely let us know. But it is dead easy.
Cool. What is the customer service like? You got a team? Got you, Kevin?
Yeah, it's me and Owen both. It's the two of us. So we're the founders. So customer support's really important to us. Like we try to be as quick as we can. You're always getting direct to the source. If you've got a problem or a request, like you're speaking directly to the people that are going to solve that for you. So yeah, we take great pride in our customer support. And I think actually, if you look at the reviews on the deal page, more than a few have mentioned how great the customer support is. So that's a big compliment to us, and yeah, something we take very seriously.
Wonderful. One Simulating asked if there is a roadmap.
There's not. We don't do public roadmaps, and I know that's unpopular opinion, but we prefer to speak to our customers on a one-to-one basis, which is why we have the feature request form. Public roadmaps, in our opinion, can sometimes turn into a bit of a popularity contest, and you don't really get to the core of like why people are requesting a feature. So please use the feature request box if you need anything. And we'll always keep in touch with people who request features, and of course, we'll let you know if your feature gets implemented.
Awesome, thank you. Can you put clickable links such as affiliate links into the document?
Absolutely, yeah. You can link to anywhere you need to within any of the documents.
Love it. Love it. How much control do you have over individual page layouts? Can you size and position images and text boxes, or are the sizes and orientations preset?
Yeah, so it's somewhere in between. So you're not going to get like the full control that you'd get in something like Photoshop, because we want to keep this as simple as possible. But say images are easy. Like you can click on an image, use the slider to resize, and then what we do for things like width of like text boxes, like we would recommend people use this, like you can use columns. Like, so say if you wanted just like a wee small narrow text box in the middle, just use columns, but you know, leave the outer two empty, and then you can increase and decrease the width of that column as much as you need. So hopefully you can see that. So yeah, it's somewhere in between having a lot of control and having enough control. So like, I think it's important to remember that Beacon isn't really aimed at designers. It's aimed at, you know, marketers or busy business owners who need to get this lead magnet out quickly so they can start generating leads. And, you know, you probably don't have time to be spending hours, you know, deciding where every pixel should go. So we try to get that balance right. So hopefully we've got the right balance.
Awesome. Is there an integration with a storage app like Google Drive or Dropbox?
There's not, I'm not entirely sure why you would need one, but if you let us know in the feature request box, your sort of use case around that, like we would definitely consider it.
Awesome. Do you know how long the deal will be in our shop? I actually don't know the answer.
I'm not entirely sure either, to be honest. I don't know.
I didn't think you would know either. We'll all find out together.
Sure.
I'm sure I could find the answer somewhere, but I'm not going to look for it right now. I'm so sorry. What about agency features?
Yeah, so agency features, the big one is team accounts. So you can invite up to 5 additional users to share your Beacon account. You can also give these like a range of permissions each user. So like if you're inviting a colleague to use your account, like you might want them to be able to access every document. But if you're inviting a client, you maybe only want them to access like 1 or 2 lead magnets that you've made for them. So you can adjust those permissions based on each user. So yeah, that's the biggest feature for agency accounts. The second one I would say is your unlimited custom domains. So custom domains, a bit complicated to get into now, but custom domain essentially is the address where you publish your smart PDF. So instead of using the beacon.by domain name, you could use your own. So with the agency account, you can do that for multiple different domain names. So those are the 2 big benefits of buying 2 codes and going for agency.
Awesome. All right, that is it for the questions, and I really am going to, we're going to close it out because we just answered 44 questions. All right. Thank you so much, Sumolings. That was a wonderful webinar. Thank you so much, Kevin. And I know your brother's been hard at work chatting with everybody in the chat room, so thank you for that. He seems very engrossed in what he's doing. So Sumolings, if you have not already, head to appsumo.com/beacon to get started today. This is a lifetime deal starting at just $69. And once you get going, we'd love to see what you create. You can go ahead and leave us comments on the deal page. And if you have any more questions as you get going, you can also leave those there as well. Kevin, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Thank you, Lindsay. Cheers. I've had a great time. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, y'all are awesome. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.